All right, guys. Well, welcome back to another episode of S.H.E Podcast, where we bring the highlights every week. I'm Taylor.
And I'm Dania. This is where women's voices lead the conversation in sports, from breaking news to hot takes and everything in between. We shine the spotlight on athletes making history, breaking down the biggest plays in sports, and bringing you the hot takes and debates you won't find anywhere else. Sports talk, our way.
All right. Well, we're going to jump right into our first segment. Now, this is a segment that we love to call She News. Now, She News is where we put women at the center of the conversation, from record breaking performances to rising stars and everything in between. This segment highlights the biggest headlines and important stories in women's sports. And we just want to give women the spotlight that they deserve. So, for our first topic, this week, all eyes will be on the track October 9th through the 10th for the Athlos track meet. Now, if you don't know what Athlos is, it's a women's centered, women's only track meet. And they have some big hitters right now, and it's taking place in New York. So, we're going to jump right into it in the long jump. I mean, they're going to have a long jump runway, a long jump pit, and it's going to be in the middle of Times Square. I mean, this is something that's so unheard of, and
Oh my
especially
gosh.
long jump. I mean, I'm just finally happy that long jump is getting the recognition that they deserve, and for this to
Or
be
field events as a whole. So,
exactly, and
yeah.
for this to be their first field event that they're actually like showcasing,
Hmm.
I'm just pretty excited that it's the long jump because I was a jumper myself back in my
Hmm.
and I mean,
Period.
we have the reigning Olympic champion, world champion, and Tara Davis Woodhall. She's going up against Claire Bryant. She's going up against Quanisha Burks, and these are just some
Mhm.
big names in the long jump
Yeah.
conversation, in the long jump event. And I think that once Tara hits seven meters, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna be able to touch her.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
No.
just gonna be an exciting track meet, and I can't wait to
Mhm.
watch. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm super excited for this. I think this is definitely because some might know and some might know they had something kind of similar with Grand Slam track that just hasn't been getting good amount of reps recently, just simply because of some of the things they've been having go on financially with paying the athletes and stuff. We're not going to kind of dive too much into that, but with this one, which some might not know, is backed by Alex Ohanian, which is Serena Williams' husband, and he's put a whole lot of resources and stuff into this to really give the women the spotlight they deserve. So many big names are showing up, but mainly we can kind of talk about some of the Olympic champions that are there. We have, obviously, as Taylor mentioned, Tara Davis Woodhall. We have the 100 hurdle Olympic champion in Masai Russell. We also have Paulino, the 400-meter Olympic gold medalist. And then I believe we have Faith Kipyegon, who is the 1,500 Olympic gold medalist, if I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken. So these athletes are ready to perform. Now, I will say, from an athlete perspective, I am interested to see what these times kind of look like because they've had a long season. This has probably been one of the longest seasons I've seen them have in a while. Like they just left World Championships about probably a little less than a month ago, give or take, and now having to kind of try to top whatever they did there to come back to Athos. So just put on a good performance. So I'm really excited to see what this looks like. It's women's only, which is something that I never thought we would see in the sport of track and field, but I love it. I love it. And the women have been stepping up to the platform since day one. Like the competition in the women's side has been stiff because it can be anybody's race. And I think the same thing for the men. With the women, it can really be anybody's race or anybody's jump in this case. So I'm excited to see what they bring to the front, and I will be watching.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you can
Yeah.
stream on. I think you can stream on Ion. I think they're having free on ESPN Plus,
Hmm.
um, YouTube, and I think
Yeah.
they're streaming also on X. So
Mm.
y'all want to
Come
go
on,
watch?
X.
I know what X what, and it's really going to be exciting. And I think
Yeah.
one of the main things that I'm also excited for, not just the long jump, but also for the 100-meter hurdles. Like, you
Ooh.
know, Masai Russell being from PG County, that's where we from, Pretty Girl County. I just think that, like her just showing out for this sport specifically, her not being in, I don't think she's won anything in NCAA, and when she was running college at Kentucky.
Yeah.
So I think that for her to just come out and be explosive as she has been early in her career, I mean, she
Hmm.
literally just like, if you think about it, she's a rookie in her own sense.
Yeah.
Um, and already won the Olympic title.
Yeah, that's hers forever. That's hers
Like
forever.
come
So,
on,
yeah,
like
she
how?
is definitely adapted to the pro circuit very well. Now, granted, obviously, I think she's mentioned a few times that she's had her hiccups prior to the actually Olympic trials. She's had a few bumps in the road. So I think those kind of, in a weird way, took some pressure off of her because it didn't feel like she had to perform at the Olympic stage, simply because a lot of people didn't have the expectation of what she was prior to that because they saw the struggles that she was going through. So some people kind of was kind of like, I mean, she'll be there, but you know what I'm saying? And for her to do what she did at that trials and then turn around, go to the Olympics and win, and then come back to US trials a year after and also win, I think she's heading in the right direction. So I'm excited to see what her off year kind of looks like. It's off year for everyone, as some might say, because there's no Olympics or World Championships. They have they just came out with, I think it's called the Ultimate Games, I believe it's what it's called.
Yeah.
But from track terms, it's called like an off year. So I'm excited to see what her off year looks like. We're not having to compete in the NCAAs or the major world championship or Olympic champion. So yeah, I'm excited for her. I'm excited for all the ladies that are competing as well. This should be a good race. This should be a good meet. Not even just a good race. It should be a good meet. So
And speaking of a good meet, did you hear who they have performing?
I was just about to say that. I was just about to say that. The Queen of Queen.
I mean,
Period.
come
Come
on,
on, Miss
he's
C.
literally like the women Chris Brown. Like
Yeah.
if we keep it that way, I mean, other than his little extracurricular activities outside of dancing and singing,
hmm
and painting and being a father,
Yeah.
I just think that her the way that she moves, the way she dances, the way she sings. I
Yeah,
mean,
this is
this
gonna be
making a stop
good.
last year.
Yeah,
Like
I know.
the
I'm
girls
excited.
say he's ready, and I think that they're going to be ready again. Yeah, brings it.
Oh yes, I'm so excited. I'm excited to see how these ladies do, and I'm happy that they have a platform as athletes to be able to go and show their talent for the world to see on a big stage such as New York City and Times Square, obviously for the jumpers. So I'm super excited for them, and I'm wishing them all the best to come out healthy, to have a great race, a great meet overall. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. All right, we are going to head into our breaking news segment. This segment is going to keep you up to speed on the latest across the sports world, from game-changing trades to injuries and to surprise wins and viral moments. If it's shaking up the headlines, we got you covered. So, we are going to start with the Cincinnati Bengals have traded for Cleveland Browns quarterback Joe Flacco. The Browns will send a 2026 sixth-round pick to the Bengals, and the Bengals will receive a fifth-round pick in return. Because of the injury to Joe Burrow, that has brought in backup Jake Browning at the quarterback position for the Bengals. And from here, I believe they have not won a game. I believe they are 0-3 since losing Joe Burrow. So this is needed. And I think this will put Joe Burrow in a position where, although they really want him back, and I think he's needed back, it's not so much of a panic type thing for him to be back so fast and rush his injury with his turf toe and stuff like that. But although we know Joe Flacco is not Joe Burrow by
No.
any stretch of a margin, but we know that he can kind of maintain a little bit of what's there. Now, granted, you have this kind of feeling of a little bit of nervousness because their O-line's not great, which is kind of what sent Joe Burrow into the injury that he had. And Joe Flacco's not young.
No.
So one hit is kind of like, their O-line's not great. And then we already know their defense. It has not gotten that much better. Maybe a little bit, but they're still allowing way too many teams to score too many points. So I think from that perspective, it's a good look to kind of give Joe Burrow just a little bit of ease, but not that great either for the Bengals, because it's like, what if he gets hurt?
Yeah.
He's not the youngest person out there, and the O-line's not as respectable as it should be. So I don't know.
So because when you said like it's not a panic mode, I think that they're just like trying to, I don't know, put a short-term bandage over a long-term
Yeah.
problems because, I mean, like you said, like Joe Burrow isn't, Joe Flacco isn't the, all be all, and he's not
hmm
his prime anymore, but
Yeah.
he still can do some things
Yeah.
on the offensive side.
When I think of Joe Burrow, sorry, you said Joe Burrow. When I think of Joe Flacco, I think of a locker room guy. I think of a mentor guy. I think of a guy who kind of comes in, mentors the young guys and stuff like that. Step in if you need him to, but he's hoping just as much as you're hoping. You don't need him to, kind of thing.
Right.
And I don't think that's what the Browns need right now. Joe Burrow is well into his career. He doesn't need a mentor at this very second, but I can understand why they thought this was a good fit for right now. Now, granted, there's a guy in Cleveland who would have loved to be in that position. That's name is not Joe Flacco, but it's okay because I don't even think that would have been a good situation for him either. It's kind of similar to what we mentioned last week about the Ravens thing.
Yeah.
So I think it's just like you said. They're just putting a Band-Aid on a problem that they kind of had before. But I'm telling you now, that O-line and that D-line needs to be addressed in the offseason because right now it's not
I'm
great.
just hoping that right now, I mean, I think for this being so early, and not so early in the season, but, it's just, I think for them, they know that Joe Flacco isn't, young, and you still have like a Russ situation, and you have
Mm-hmm.
what's that guy's name? Oh, sweet Rascal Flat, the Steelers. Why am I drawing?
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers. Yes, and
Mm-hmm.
and just like their situation, they've gotten better in a sense because they see that, I mean, our quarterback isn't, the youngest and he can't really run that much. But I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Flacco still got that arm in him and he's
Yeah.
still precise decisions and he's a
Yeah.
great maker at the end of the day. And I
I
think that
agree.
that's probably what they needed is somebody who can make a
Mm-hmm.
play, who can make decisions, quick,
Mature decisions. Yeah.
mature decisions,
Yeah.
in a fast paced game. And currently, like,
Mm-hmm.
they don't really have that. And I think that's why they're trying to build off of this veteran quarterback
Yeah.
to show, like, this is what we need.
Yeah. He's
And
literally just there holding it down for
yeah,
Joe Burrow. Now, I do believe they're expecting Joe Burrow to come back before the season ends, obviously, but they're hoping that with Joe Burrow being out and Joe Flacco coming in, that he's able to at least get them a few wins, like a few, just a few. But
it's neat.
it's still looking a little shaky, and that division in itself just looks shaky. But it's anybody's game right now, and a lot of I believe obviously you have a lot of other players on that side that are also injured. But hey, we'll see what happens. This is going to be interesting. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they will start him this upcoming Sunday. So we'll
We'll
see
see.
what it is. We will see. We will
We
see.
will see. All right, guys, well, we're going to jump right into our next spicy segment. And this is something that we love to call hot takes. So now this is where the conversation gets a little hot and heated and where we make bold predictions and debates that may ruffle a few feathers. But listen, nothing's off limits for us. And we're going to get right into it and we're going to talk about what needs to be talked about, okay?
All
So
right now.
we're going to start off with Brian Dable. And I'm thinking that he's going to be out by the deadline because, I mean, the New York Giants, like, they were supposed to be on a 2-game winning streak on paper. And, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they go into the game with the listless New Orleans Saints. And, you know, instead, the Giants gift wrap the Saints their first win of the season. I mean, like, can we really talk about it? Turning
Mm,
the ball over 5 times on 5 consecutive drives. Like, how do you do that? Like, can we? I mean,
yeah.
Giants. I mean, we know that they're not the best team right now, and they're not,
Mm-hmm.
the greatest. But I mean, they had a little spark when Baby Boy got into the game.
They
Dart,
did. They did.
had them a
That
blitz.
might have just been excitement, but I don't know.
So it's just,
Yeah. I was under the impression that they would have rode that high a little bit more, a little further into the season. Now, granted, they have the Eagles coming up this week, and we'll kind of get into that a little bit. But like you said, I thought that should have been a walk-off, in my eyes. Now, granted, Jackson Dart didn't have that great of a game. 202 yards. He threw 2 touchdowns, but also 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
So, to his fault, though, this is kind of something we talked about in the last episode. How much wiggle room are they going to give the head coach simply because, one of the main targets, Malik Neighbors, is out for the season? So are they going to give him a little bit of grace simply because who is Jackson Dart throwing the ball to? You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, they didn't do a good job. They couldn't rush the ball at all. Scattaboo couldn't do anything. Looks like Jackson Dart tried to do something, couldn't get anything going there. 55 yards. Scattaboo had 59 yards on the ground with 15 carries. Couldn't get anything going there at all. So it is a hot take.
Yeah.
It's not off the table.
Yeah.
but
And he
I
could be one of
wonder,
the first head coaches that are fired in a couple of weeks.
that would be crazy.
Could be. Could
That would
be.
be crazy
They don't
because
slow
you
down.
do that to go where? Like where do you go from that position? You
Yeah.
know? And I don't think the good thing with the Giants is unlike the Jets, they don't have somebody right now where is also in the front office kind of thing. So with the Jets last year, they had Aaron Rodgers and he made it crystal clear who it is he wanted and who it is they didn't. And that's what the Jets did. They don't really have somebody like that right now that can kind of bark those orders. Um, yeah, I saw you. If you wouldn't have started laughing, it was fine.
I'm keeping that in there. I don't care. Live.
so, um, so yeah, it's a hot take. I think they're gonna give him grace. I do. I don't think they're gonna fire him right now.
Hmm.
I don't think he'll be fired this season. It's a hot take because it's like you look on paper like
He needs to be.
you need something, but I don't even think that's a head coach situation. I think they're not equipped to win right now. I think people make the comparison as to like we could even talk about the Commanders, how they were always, not always, but recently a quarterback away.
Yeah.
And they get the quarterback, and now everything's kind of flowing the way that they would like it to be. The Giants aren't like that.
Yeah.
They haven't been like that. They've had good defense, and they had a good receiver in Malik Neighbors, but the O line sucked.
Yeah.
They had no wit. They couldn't run the ball. They still can't run the ball for real. They hadn't had a quarterback that was kind of lights out for you to be at Giants. And they just have big shoes to fill from the people that have been there before. So,
Yeah.
yeah, they're going to give him some grace. They have to. I'm just saying like that. They kind of have to.
I mean,
So,
we'll
yeah,
see.
we will
Hopefully.
see.
I mean, they're not winning this week, so I mean,
Mm,
uh,
we gonna get into that one because that's in our next segment. But so,
yeah.
yeah. All right. I got a hot take for y'all.
Oh, let me hear it.
My hot take is going to flip to the college football side of things. And I am here to say, hot take. Arch Manning is not your answer, Texas.
Oh, it just got hot. Ooh, it just got hot.
It just got hot. And I'm here to also say, adding on to, I guess this is hot take 1B,
Mm-hmm.
y'all owe Quentin Ewers an apology.
Mm.
Y'all owe that man an apology. Because simply, and I don't want this to be a Archie Manning type issue, Y'all threw the man into the ring of fire, and then everybody's looking like, well, I'm like, yes, his last name, but you got to see what the man out there doing.
Yeah.
Like, and I was under the impression, I'm like, you know what? He's going to gain a little bit of confidence going into next week playing Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And then he go to Florida and look like a deer in headlights.
Mm.
Like, missing hella reads, interceptions, so on and so forth. Now, this is not to discredit Florida at all because I believe their quarterback had a really, really good game. That's what we've been looking to get out of him for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But Arch, I can't even say we need more because how much more are we really expecting to get out of this man?
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think he's the answer right now. And
Can we give him just a little bit of grace? Just a smidge. Just a smidge of a little bit of grace. I mean,
I'm going to give him grace, but I'm not giving the University of Texas grace because this is their fault. Y'all got all this hype. Y'all was preseason number 1. Go out there and lose to Ohio State, which no one really fret about because they're on the road to do some great things during the season. But then I believe you go and play San Jose State and you're like, okay, you won, but that no disrespect, that talent gap was just way too wide,
Yeah.
And now we here at Texas against Florida and we're like, what the heck has happened? Like that I don't think he's your answer right now. And I hope y'all didn't think that man was coming into anybody's draft next year. I think if I'm him, I take off 4 years, and he needs it based off of what I'm seeing now. Now, granted, I don't know what his offseason could look like. He could be day and night from then, but right now, I'm just not loving what I'm seeing. And like that game, and their schedule doesn't get that much easier because they got to go see that rival.
Yeah.
They have to go see that rival in Oklahoma on Saturday at 3:30 p.m.
Okay, plug.
Because I'm just like I said before, this Florida game was supposed to be the confidence booster to give you a little something before you see Oklahoma. And now,
he's not doing that.
based off what I saw, they're about to blow the doors off of you in your own house.
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. Head Coach, I got my eye on you. You can throw all the NIL money at them as you want, but them boosters eventually are going to get annoyed and fed up that we giving y'all all this money and we can't win a national championship. This ain't the year. We know that.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's not the year for him, and I think that he just needs more time to develop, more time
I
to,
agree.
you know, I mean, because he's a freshman.
He's not a freshman.
He's not a freshman.
My point.
Damn, he was a
He
freshman.
had time to sit behind Quentin Ewers, and they plugged him in a little bit his freshman year here and there, and I believe he played a little bit when Quentin Ewers was injured. But even when he played, I wasn't blown away. Like, he just did enough, which is okay, because that's, I'm assuming, what they needed, but that didn't indicate to me that he was ready to come back the next year and start. It didn't. I can't remember what the game was that he came in, but he did a good job of managing the game, which is what they asked, but it just, I didn't see, that indicated to me, I was like,
Yeah.
I don't think this is going to be what we need it to be this year. So, which is okay. I still just don't think he's your answer. I don't. And I don't know if I think he'll be your answer next year.
Yeah,
Quite
and just
honestly.
I guess going off his numbers, I mean, it's really, it's like, okay, we're into our season now. We're starting
Mm-hmm.
to ramp things up, and we're starting to get in. We're moving into our schedule, and like you said, Texas's schedule isn't lighting up
Mm-hmm.
anytime soon. And so, I
Yep.
mean, Manning, he's completed 60% of his passes for 1,100 yards, 11 touchdowns, 5 interceptions.
That's almost half.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
mean
that's,
he has a team high of 160 yards, but I
yeah.
mean,
Like, because
we
the game against Florida they just played, he threw two
yeah,
touchdowns, but also threw two interceptions for 263 yards, for 16 of 29.
yeah,
And I just think, even taking it back to him in high school, he ain't faced no dogs for real. He was in Texas, but I believe he went to like a 3A school, I believe. Everybody
mhm,
from Texas know where the dog's at.
yeah,
You hit that 5A, that 6A,
hmm
that's where them boys are. He didn't see that. And coming into Texas, having to see them dogs every single week, being in the SEC now,
Frick
he needs a little bit more, and he's not your answer right now. That's just my hot take.
and not the hottest, not the
That's the
hot,
hot take. Leave
the hot.
us your hot take in the comments, and maybe we'll be able to shout out your hot take on our next episode. All right, we are going to head into predictions. We are going to put our takes to the test, from over and under stats and breakout players to MVP races, Super Bowl picks, and the championship forecast. We break down the numbers, the trends, and gut instincts to see who's winning, who's surprising, and who's coming up next. All right, so I am going to go ahead with our college
Mhm.
football rankings. We're going to talk a little bit about that. So we kind of touched a little bit on it last week, and just to toot our own horn, we did a dang good job. We did a dang good job. We weren't perfect, but
But
we
we
did
did
pretty good.
a good job.
We did pretty good. So I'm going to go over it, the top 12 this week, and we can kind of make our adjustments however we feel. And you guys leave us a little in a comment on what you think. So we have Ohio State, Miami, Oregon, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, Oklahoma, Indiana, Alabama, Texas Tech, Georgia, LSU, and Tennessee. Yeah. Off of this list, LSU. Mm-mm.
uh-uh.
I think they frauds, y'all. I think they're frauds. I do. I just, yeah, they're frauds. Georgia Tech.
They
They
creepy.
hungry. They
They
hungry. They
It's,
hungry. Y'all better
and
sleep.
they
If
some
you're in
sleep.
the ACC, you better sleep with one eye open.
They some sleepers.
They are hungry.
Sleeping on Georgia.
Miami at 2. I'm not against them being in the top 12 at all. They're undefeated. They've been playing well, but I don't know if the strength of their season should put them at number 2. I just don't. I don't know, because from what I've seen, the season moving forward, it don't get no heavier. It gets lighter for them from what it looks like. Now, granted, you cannot control who you play, but at the same time, it's just kind of like, it is what it is. Like, they're gonna go and play, I believe they're off this week if I'm not mistaken, and then they're gonna turn around and play Louisville, Stanford.
Mm.
SMU will give them a little bit of a go. Syracuse might give them a little bit of a go. Then they got State. It's just not giving strength of schedule. The only reason why I feel like this would be a little bit of an issue is because when we get to playoff time, depending on where they fall, and they get one of them dogs, and they get dog walked, we're going to be sitting here like, what the heck just happened? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? but I love them in the top 12. No doubt about it. I'm okay with them in the top 5. But 2 just seems a little bit ambitious for me. It just does. Notre Dame, they got some dogs to beat. If they beat those dogs, they'll get back in the top 12. Now, granted, that's going to ruffle some feathers because they will have 2 losses, but yeah.
Touch and go with them. Touch and go.
Touch and go. And as you kind of mentioned, Tennessee, they're on the rise too. They on the rise too. So yeah, that's what I got.
And that's why I'm saying, and for Tennessee to at least jump, I think they jumped 3 spots.
3 spots. Mm-hmm.
They jumped 3 spots after beating Mississippi State.
Yeah.
I mean, if that continues, top 5.
Top 5?
Top 5.
I don't think I can get them top 5. I can't. Because that means you take Oregon, Miami, Ole Miss, and Texas A&M out. Or one of them out, I should say.
It's just literally, based off of, quarterbacks. Look at the thumbs up.
No thumb.
Based off of, quarterback Joey Aguilar. I mean, he's come in and he's done some amazing things. You even got Criswell, I think is his last name, or yeah, I mean, they got some wide receivers that's doing some big things, and they got, their defense is really stepping up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
it's not off the table, but top 5 is crazy.
Top 5 might be a little.
Top 5 might be a little crazy. I'm not against them in the top 8, but top 5, ooh wee. I'm not. I see where you're going with this, but I'm just like, we still got some teams that got some fight in them. Like I mentioned with Notre Dame, they got some fight in them. Georgia Tech, they said we here. Mizzou, we ain't seen Mizzou in the top 25. Man. This is crazy. So I don't know. It's getting spicy, and this week I believe coming up should be some really good games. I believe we have, obviously, as I mentioned, have the rival in Oklahoma. Now, Oklahoma miss and lose to Texas. Now we have a conversation.
Yeah,
that's where you get those sleepers as the Georgia Techs and the Tennessees to kind of come up there, because if they lose, they will automatically get out of the top 10.
Mm-hmm. But that's what I'm saying. It's honestly, it's really like this, the way that the poll is and the way that people are moving up and moving down with teams that we thought were really going to just stick and hold them. It's really like this season is something to watch because, like you said, you got these sleeper teams that are hungry. And they've recruited like the recruiting class this year, I think, has been really good for these teams because they're picking these freshmen who are obviously showing up and showing out. I mean, the younger class are really putting on for these teams. And speaking of Tennessee, I mean, they recruited some younger people, and the younger people are stepping up behind Josh Heupel. But like, hey, don't sleep on them. They could creep up like they just did. They creeped up 3 spots after 1 game.
Yeah.
So it really just takes that 1 game to either bring you down or to bring you up.
Right.
And I mean,
I think Tennessee is definitely, and they have a pretty, I mean, they're going to go play in Arkansas this weekend, I believe, looks like, but then they got to go see them boys down in Alabama. But that win or loss to that game, the win would help them more than the loss, obviously, for anybody. But losing it won't kill them. You know?
No, because they're already.
Yeah, exactly. Now, this weekend,
it's going to be a test. Like, this is going to be a test.
But they can't. They have to win convincingly. It can't be you win by a field goal, you win by a silly mistake on Arkansas's behalf. You got to win convincingly, or you can kiss the top 12 goodbye.
Yeah.
That's not, unfortunately. So yeah.
All right. Well, those were some great predictions on the college side. I mean, we got a lot to look forward to, and
for sure.
I'm ready.
I am. I'm excited.
And so now we're going to jump into our week 6 predictions for the NFL. Okay. So now we got a good lineup. We got 14 games happening this week, and let's get into it. So these are my predictions. So we got first game, we got the Ravens versus the Rams.
Go ahead.
Go
ahead. I agree.
Winning.
I agree.
They don't have Lamar.
I agree.
Lamar. And then they just lost their defensive, what was he, a defensive lineman? I don't know how to say his name.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't know how to say his name.
I don't remember. I don't want to butcher his name. So yes, we did lose a defensive lineman to trade,
Yeah, they just
and
lost defensive lineman.
no Lamar and no Derrick Henry. So
So yeah, let's just chalk this up. Rams are
yeah.
winning.
I'm
And next game we got the Colts versus the Cardinals. I got the Colts. I got the Colts.
gonna go. I agree. On paper, it should be the Colts.
On paper, it should be the Colts.
It should be the Colts. I'm gonna say Kyler Murray's sick and tired of y'all talking about him like he ain't one of them boys. So he
Yeah.
finna show y'all he one of them boys.
We're gonna see, but hey, I got
Yeah.
the Colts.
Yeah.
All right, we got the Dolphins versus the Chargers.
Don't just. Yeah.
I got the Chargers winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, not much you can really say on that, but
Yeah.
got the Colts winning. I mean, the Chargers winning. Saints versus Patriots. Now, I got the Patriots winning. Drake May
Okay.
really been
Looked really good. He looked really good. Really promising, I guess is a better way to say it. But hear me.
Hear me.
Are the Saints riding a winning high though? They just beat the Giants, which is not no great feat, but it's just like
They
do
could be on that
you
high.
know what I'm saying? Could they ride a little bit of a high? Could they give us a little bit of a, you know? So,
I mean, the Giants didn't. They were on a high.
you're right. Who am I saying? Like, I don't know. I be trying to have some faith in these teams that aren't doing so well, but I agree. The Patriots, Drake May's been playing really well.
And it was a skate. It was a
Yeah.
skate. I mean, the Giants gave the Saints their first win of the season, and it was
Right.
really just they handed it to them. Like I said before, they gift wrapped it.
On a silver platter.
So we really didn't see much from the Saints to, let's say, oh, they're going to go into this game facing Drake May and the offensive lineman of the Patriots.
Right.
You know, we did see a good like Bill Belichick error happening with Drake May the last game.
That's a name. Okay, period.
Yeah, I mean, it was a game that
He needed.
reminded you of that era.
Yeah.
You know, and so
That's good.
I think
good
that their Patriots got that game. All right, Tampa and the 49ers. I got Tampa.
Do you?
I got Tampa. Give me Tampa.
Now, I do believe that Baker Mayfield is in the MVP conversation.
Oh, for sure.
He's playing well. He has great players around him. But if it's one thing I have learned is there's one team that they like the Kansas City Chiefs. You don't sleep on the 49ers.
Yeah.
They'll blink and end up in the Super Bowl. you know, they're like, so I'm just like, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say the 49ers.
Okay.
I am.
Okay.
I'm going to go out on a limb on that one. I'm not going to dive too deep into that because I think we're going to touch a little bit on the MVP conversation. But I'm going to go 49ers. But go ahead.
Okay. Lions versus KC. Okay. I got the Lions.
Kansas City can't go out like that again. Kansas City. they simply, if they lose, now the Lions are doing it great. Jared Goff looks great. Amon St. Ra looks great. They're running the ball effectively. Everything in between.
Something that Kansas City is not doing.
Is not doing, correct. But if you think Mr. Andy Reid going out like that twice,
I mean, they're not.
And it's in Kansas City, mind you, so.
They could be playing next to the biggest fan in Kansas City. They could be playing at Andy Reid's house and that don't think that they will win.
I agree. I'm not disagreeing.
So how about this? So we've been saying on paper.
Yeah.
On paper, the Lions should win because Kansas City is
any team right now against Kansas City should win on paper, but we've seen them go out there and beat people, and you're just like, how did that happen?
Yeah.
Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, those are just two people I just can't ever, unfortunately, bet against.
Rule out. Yeah.
So I'm going to go Kansas City.
Okay, I got the Lions. All right, bet. We got the Bears versus Washington.
I like this pick.
I got Washington.
I like that. I like
Okay.
that. I like that.
Okay.
And
Jaden
shout out to
Daniels,
Jaden Daniels.
that
He
first
came
one.
back.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep, yep,
he came
yep.
back after injury. Looked like he didn't miss a beat. So
Exactly.
I'm good with that pick. I'm good
Okay.
with that.
Jets versus the Broncos. Got the Broncos. I don't even know why.
I
Uh,
Yes, the Broncos should win that one.
uh-huh.
But I believe I don't know, man. I need Justin Fields to get a little hungry for a win. Come on, get hungry for a win. Get you one. Well, you need more than one, but
You need more than one.
let's start somewhere.
Yeah, please. And it
And
really should be against the Jets.
yeah,
I mean,
anyway, the
they
Broncos, yes.
all season. They haven't won yet. Come
Mm-hmm.
on. Cakewalk.
You're right.
Um, Dallas versus the Panthers. I got
Mm-hmm.
Dallas
I'm cool with that.
all day, every day.
I'm cool with that. Next one.
MVP. MVP.
Next one.
Jags versus Seattle. Give me the Jags. Give me the Jags. Give me the Jags.
They look really good.
They did.
That they played a really, really good game against Kansas City, obviously on Monday night. Yeah, they look good. Shout out Trevor Lawrence. Thank you. I would want to shake him and be like, thank you.
Thank
We
you.
knew this
Like,
was
this is
in
what
you.
we've been looking at.
We knew this was in you. Come on. Okay. I'm not
Um,
mad at that. I'm okay with
yeah.
that pick.
All right. Steelers versus the Browns. I got the Steelers. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna go Browns.
Oh.
I'm gonna go Browns. Nothing to do with the quarterback play. This has everything to do with their defense.
Yep.
This has everything to do with their defense. And I'm gonna go Browns. It's a division game, so both teams need the win. So I think it'll come out a little bit gutsy, and I'm gonna need to see a little bit more from Dylan Gabriel. This is the game that's gonna show me if you are who they say you are.
Mm-hmm.
And this can't be no play it safe game, because that other quarterback on the other side, he gonna throw the ball.
Yeah.
He gonna make the right reads. He gonna make the right plays. I'm not asking you to be him, because we already know who Aaron Rodgers is, but you got to step up to the plate. You can't manage this game. You got to play.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right.
Titans and the Raiders. I got Titans.
That's going to be a really good game.
Yeah.
That's going to be a really good game. I'm going to go Titans too.
Okay. There we go. All right. Green Bay versus the Bengals. Green Bay.
It should be Green Bay. I believe they're just coming off of a bye, so they should be healthy, ready to go.
Refresh.
Unlike the Bengals. So that should be a good win for Green Bay.
Come on, cheese. All right. Falcons versus the Bills. We got the Bills.
Got the Bills. Okay.
Got the Bills.
Got the Bills. Okay. I like those picks. I'm not mad about that.
14 for 14. 14. So now we're going to get into our next segment that we like to call She Said What? Now, this isn't just about the scores. It's about the drama behind it. Now, we're talking messy trades to shocking call-outs and to headlines that have the fans saying, she said what?
She said what?
Now, this might be a she said what, because I'm saying this, and I know that you're probably going to be like, you said
what?
I think that Dak Prescott needs to be in the MVP conversations. Now, let me tell you why, before you get into your little rant. Dak Prescott has been away for Dallas, and he's putting together one of the best seasons that he had in his pro career since he's been healthy. Now, entering in week 6, I mean, he's gone for 1,300 plus passing yards. He's tied right now for 10 touchdowns. And, I mean, we could talk about the last game. I mean, the Jets, they're not the best team. They're really not. Like, all season, we could say that they're just not the best season. They're not the best team right now. But, I mean, we really can't talk about Dallas's defense. I mean, we could really talk about it. You know, they're ranked right now 28 for defensively right now, and they're not the best. But, I mean, listen, Dak doesn't have CeeDee Lamb. Last game, he was missing 4 offensive linemen, I believe. And, I mean, he still went out there and did what he needed to do to win the game for the team. And it's not solely based on, you know, does he have all the puzzle pieces? You know, because every game you're not going to have all the puzzle pieces, but it's about what your lead person does. And Dak went out there and he did what needed to be done, which is why I say that he needs to be in the conversation. Not necessarily to win or be a finalist, but he should be in the conversation.
I'm not clapping because of you. I'm clapping because thank you, Dak, for doing what the hell we pay you for. Thank you. Thank you, Dak, for doing what $60 million look like. Thank you.
Thank you,
So,
Daddy.
to your little, which was good, I'm not, I need us to pump the brakes just a little bit. Because we do this every year with Dallas. We do this every, not just Dak, with Dallas. Oh, they look great. Oh, they look this. Just hold on, y'all. Just wait. Just give it a second. We do this every year. Oh, Dak looks great. Dak looks this. This is the best season we've ever had playing against the Commanders before they had Jaden Daniels. And then we get to that nice, beautiful thing we call the postseason. Dak at home with the kids. Dak is at home.
Back at home with the kids.
Dak at home with the kids and the fiance. Dak is not at Jerry's World. He's not there. And I'm not going to just shout out to him for stepping up, and also shout out to his receivers that when their jersey number was called, they were ready to step up because that's big shoes to fill on the side of a CD Lamb. So I'm going to give them that, and shout out to you guys' new receiver that you guys got from the Pittsburgh Steelers and George Pickens. But Dak, I can't. I simply cannot sit here and say you belong in that conversation just yet. First off, y'all played the Jets.
But it's not even about, okay, yeah, we played the Jets. Well, they played the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not to be too biased here, but they played the
Hold,
Jets.
hold your thought real quick because we're going to cut this out. I got to fix this. It's John coming out.
It's how-
No, it was about to come off. Hold your thought. Hold your thought. Oh, shoot. What time is it? 6 o'clock? Donnie gonna come in here like, what the hell are you doing here? Hopefully he don't. We'll be done before that, though. All right. Proceed. Go ahead.
Okay, 2-1. And it's not even about them playing the Jets because we all know that, anytime you play the Jets, it's going to be a cakewalk as of right now, so far. But I mean, they went into the game with Green Bay, they went into the game with the Giants. And I mean, yes, it was close games, but at the end of that, they still went out there and did what they need to do. I mean, relying on the kicker, I mean, that they have in Brandon Aubrey. I mean, Brandon is just one of the
Yeah,
best kickers
great.
in the league.
Great.
I mean, in those type of situations, you can't solely rely on Brandon Aubrey. You have to rely on the quarterback to put a kicker or to put a running back into those types of situations and into those, you know, tight games and come
Yeah.
out with a win.
But I don't
And
even think, sorry to cut you off. I don't think it's a situation of, when we think of the MVP, the most valuable player, we think of a guy that if he is not in the game,
they can still
I mean,
win.
I'm sorry. When he is in the game, we know we always have a shot. When you think of Lamar Jackson, you know if he in the game, we got a shot every time. The Patrick Mahomes, the Josh Allens, the recent MVPs that we've had, you always got a chance. I can't confidently sit here and say every time Dak steps on the field, we have a chance. I just can't. Because even something as when we look at the game that he played against the Giants, lights out. Great game. Great game. But I feel like he still didn't, he missed some things in a way. And he's playing great. I'm not taking that away from him right now, but to put him in the MVP conversation, I'm just not there yet, Dak. Because let's be real. If Dak was playing for another team, would he be in the conversation? Same
Yes.
record, same everything, would he be? No. If he was playing for the Tennessee Titans and they had
Yes.
the same record, y'all was not going to talk about he was somebody's MVP. We got it. The fact that he's wearing that star on his helmet is really what's helping right now. And like I said, I'm not mad at him. He's doing a good job. He's doing what you pay $60 million to do. Thank you for doing what, your whole reliance should not be on CeeDee Lamb. You should be able to get the ball to any of your receivers that play, not just George Pickens or either one of those greats that have came in. Anybody that step out there, you should have a chance of getting the ball to them, which is what I mean when you have these players like an MVP where you're like, if he's on the field, we got a shot. I know we always got a shot. We might not win, but we got a good chance every single time. And I'm just not confident in saying that about Dak. I'm
But
just
right
not
now,
yet.
But right now, the healthy Dak, the slimmer Dak, the one that put in work on the off season Dak, he came in here with 60 mil in the bank. He came in here, new baby, fiance. I mean, this is a new Dak that we're seeing, and I just think that this is something that all Cowboys fans and anybody who watches the game of football wants to see out of their quarterback.
I
And
agree.
right now he's producing what he's supposed, like you said, thank you for doing what you're supposed to be doing. But this is something that we haven't seen out of him, and what we're seeing right now could potentially put him into the conversation. I'm not saying that he's going to be a finalist. I mean, he was the runner-up. What, last year? He was the runner-up
For what?
for MVP.
What news you watching? The runner-up was Lamar Jackson.
Let me show
And then
you.
after that, you got Jaden Daniels. And then after that, you got Baker Mayfield. And then after that, do you want me to keep going? I'm trying not to disrespect him.
Hold on. Pause. Dak Prescott finished as the runner-up in the 2023 NFL MVP
That's
vote.
2 years ago. Crazy.
In 2 years, smooth years.
And who won? Tell me. I'm sorry. Remind me who won? Right.
All I'm saying is that you're seeing potential out of this man.
I agree. I'm not taking that away.
But I'm just saying he just needs to be put into the conversation. Point blank period. Put into the conversation of MVP. Now, what he does in postseason is really going to amp up his conversationalist. But I do think
Well, that'll be decided before the postseason get here. So he's not going to get, if he does anything in the postseason, he won't get credit for that. The MVP will be decided way before that. I'm not disagreeing with you. All I'm saying is I'm just not ready just yet. Y'all ain't played nobody. Y'all haven't played. And this is no, to be disrespectful, the Packers game, good game. But you didn't win it. Like, you win that game, I'd have been like, okay, Dak, I see you. I see you. The Jets, you lost to the dang Bears. I can't dismiss that, Mr. Dak Prescott.
The defense is terrible. The defense is terrible. I mean, point blank period. Secondary is terrible. Like, you can't put nothing on that, but you try to put some icing on top of that, and it's still going to flop together because the defense is just bad. But offensively, they have, let me stop being lying. They have some reason to
make a conversation.
And that's all I'm saying is that I think that he needs to be put into the conversation based off of what we're seeing so far from week 5 and then going into week 6.
Okay, hear me. The Panthers, we know how that's going to go. His test is going to be Sunday, October 19th at 4:25 p.m. against the Commanders. You win that convincingly, we can have a conversation. I feel like that's fair. They have a really good quarterback over there. Y'all already know what Jaden Daniels is about. He's back. He's healthy.
Debo.
Hey, you win that game?
And that little baby Bill, did you see the interview that he had with Tom Brady?
Who are you referring to?
Bill. They call him Bill.
From the Cowboys?
The Commanders.
No.
Oh, it was the cutest interview. I mean, he was giggling. It was so cute, but he got I think he got player of the game.
Nice.
I mean, it was so cute. You have to go watch that. You have
Okay.
to watch that interview. It was
right.
humblest. It was so cute. Okay. Anyway, back on task.
All right, we are going to get into another She Said What?
She said what?
We're going to kind of pivot from the football talk a little bit into the NBA season that we have coming up here. So, rumor has it that Giannis Antetokounmpo had some interest in the New York Knicks. Girl, reports said that Giannis considered the New York Knicks as his preferred destination if he were to leave the Milwaukee Bucks. During the 2025 NBA offseason, the Bucks GM traveled to Greece for a candid meeting with Giannis and his agent. They wanted to address some past frustrations that Giannis has been having and discussing the team future and stuff like that. Despite Milwaukee's efforts to retool the roster, including the acquisition of Damian Lillard, Giannis remained unconvinced about the team's championship potential. Cool. Now, Giannis expressed desire to join the Knicks, highlights his pursuit of a championship contending team, which we all know how that went for the Knicks last year. Really good season. The Knicks reportedly offered a trade package to the Bucks, which indicating their interest in acquiring Giannis. However, there were some insiders that suggested that the Bucks were not seriously considering moving their superstar, and the discussions did not progress.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm. Now,
That's just. I mean, for Giannis, I think that what he is like a showstopper on the Bucks, and I haven't seen much out of them but him.
you're talking about the Bucks, referring to the Bucks.
Yeah,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
like individually, Giannis is the team. I mean, he produces. How many points does he put up? He puts up mad points. Mad points. Let's just say mad points.
We're not gonna say that. Hold on. Hold on. Giannis average. What's 2025 stats? Jeez.
He puts
He
up
was
mad points.
a regular season. He was averaging 30 points. 2024-25, 30 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists. God, that's a lot.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. I mean, individually, Giannis, I think that for him, this may be a good move for him. But
It would
nobody's
have been.
well, it would have been. But I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they're not gonna give him up. GM of the Bucks is not gonna give him up. I mean, he averages almost 30 plus points a game,
Mm-hmm.
6 plus rebounds, 11 assists. I mean, he does what he's supposed to do. Swab it.
Mm-hmm.
11 rebounds, 6
Mm-hmm.
assists.
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1. I mean, for Giannis, I do think that this probably would have been a great trade for him, but the GM they're not going to give him up. I mean, he's a big asset to the Bucks organization and to the team and to the franchise in itself because I mean he averages almost 30 plus points, 11 rebounds and 6 assists. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
he's out here putting up numbers for them.
Yeah.
So it's really sad because I think that he wants to be into the player that he is. He wants to be in a contending
Mm-hmm.
for the championship.
Yeah.
And like you said, the Knicks they had a great season last season, and I think
They had a really good season.
that's a good team.
I'm gonna speak on it from a fan's perspective. From a fan's perspective, I think the fans would have loved to see Giannis with the Knicks.
Yeah.
I think if I'm the GM for the Knicks, I probably would have done everything in my power. But now you have an issue because when you talk about it from the basketball standpoint, you got two big name stars that play the same position and still missing that 5 position. Because Giannis is not gonna. He could play a little bit of 5, but that's not his prime position. And Cat has told y'all over and over he ain't playing 5. Stop asking me. He's not doing it. He want to stand out there and shoot. He want to post up when he got to post up, but he would just rather not.
Yeah.
So I just think that would have required some serious coaching and how to figure out how to play 2 4s on the floor at the same time. So I don't think it would have worked unless they traded Cat to Milwaukee, which I believe might have been a little bit in the conversation, but I don't think the Knicks are ready to give up so many assets to get Giannis, which I can understand because I'm giving up all of this and I was just playing in the Eastern Conference Finals. What am I going to give all of this up for when I was just there?
Mm-hmm.
Like I was just there. So I think in their mind, they're like, let's just build on what we got. Like, let's build on what it is we have now within Cat, within, Brunson, you got Josh Hart, and all the pieces that they have around them that they will continue to put around them. Now, I think the Knicks don't need to make the decision to get another big name. You don't need another big name.
No.
You need some role players and you need some bench players because if you seem to think year after year after year after year, Brunson, Josh Hart, and now obviously Cat are going to be able to play these kind of crazy minutes, that's just, no, you don't want that. You want them to be able to obviously be effective at the end of the season where you really, really need them and not being so dog tired. You know what I'm saying? And their coach has a way, well, he's not there anymore, but their coach had a way of running them into the ground. So I agree with the Knicks not picking up Giannis. I do. I just don't think it would have been a good fit. It would have looked good, like, on paper, and it would have looked good on TV that you got Giannis at the Garden. But when we're talking wins and losses and trying to get to the ultimate championship, I just don't think it would have worked. It's not enough basketball for all four of them. You're trying to give Josh can kind of play off the ball a little bit, but Brunson need the ball. Cat would like the ball, and now you're talking about giving Giannis the ball. That's just a little bit much. So yeah, I'm not. It would look nice, but I'm not.
Yeah, it sound good.
It sound good. Yeah,
It
sound good from a fan perspective. Ooh, Giannis at the Garden.
No.
That wouldn't have lasted too long. And you would have to give up too much to pay him, to pay Cat, to pay Brunson. No.
Yeah,
cool.
that was a lot.
Yeah, we're cool. All right, that is a wrap on today's episode of the S.H.E Podcast. Please do not forget to subscribe, drop a review for us.
Until next time, stay sporty, stay fierce, and keep slaying the game your way.
Because when she talks,
the game listens.
Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.